All right, so let's start with the big story that we are tracking on WION this hour, where the Pentagon investigation into the last American drone strike that it carried out in Kabul has concluded, and the Americans are now insisting that the drone strike in which 10 innocent civilians were killed, including 7 children, was a tragic mistake on the part of the Americans. However, they still insist that the drone strike did not violate any law. Now, the reporter said that the investigation found no violation of international law, although the Pentagon has admitted to an execution error due to factors like confirmation bias and communication breakdown. The review done by Air Force Lieutenant General Sami said that it did not recommend any disciplinary action for the people who carried out this drone strike, which resulted in the deaths of 10 innocent civilians.
The investigation found no violation of law, including the law of war. Did find execution errors confirmed by combined with confirmation bias and communication breakdowns that regrettably led to civilian casualties.
Now remember, this is what the Americans are saying now, but at the time when they carried out this drone strike resulting in the deaths of 10 innocent people, including 7 children, the Americans insisted that they had taken out a ISIS target who was on the way again to the airport to carry out another bombing. However, the Pentagon review has stressed that the context surrounding the strike is important. On the 26th of August, remember, there was a suicide bombing that had claimed almost about 200 lives. The US forces were under stress and they were being flooded with information about threats to their troops and also to the civilians at the Kabul airport. And under these circumstances, the report concluded that the US forces genuinely believed that the car that they were following for a period of 8 hours was an imminent threat, and that an ISIS terrorist was planning another attack. And not only that, the Americans at that time insisted that it was not their drone strike that killed the innocent civilians, but rather an explosive device that was in the car that exploded as a second explosion that resulted in the civilian casualties. But all of these claims by the Americans have fallen flat.
Individuals involved in the strike interviewed during this investigation truly believed at the time that they were targeting an imminent threat to U.S. forces on Kaya. The intended target of the strike, the vehicle, the white Corolla, its contents and occupant, were genuinely assessed at the time to be a threat to U.S. forces.
Now, Said's report endorsed by the Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin also made several recommendations for improvement. This included that more should be done to prevent what military officials are describing as confirmation bias on the part of the American military that results in these tragic incidents where 10 people, including 7 children, were killed. Now, confirmation bias is the idea that troops making the drone decision are too quick to conclude that what they are seeing is in fact aligned with intelligence that is available. It also recommended that people should be present to actively question such conclusions, and also said that it has recommended that the military should improve its procedures in ensuring that children and other innocent civilians are not present before launching a time-sensitive strike. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.